And we're back for another episode. In this episode I'm going to be unlocking the World of Darkness, which is the last part of the Crystal Tower for, well, I guess Final Fantasy XIV Realm Reborn. So this was introduced into patch 2.5. So to unlock it, you have to have previously completed the storyline for both the Labyrinth of the Ancients and the Psychos Tower, and finished off the quest afterwards as well. And then you can return to St. Conrad's Find and talk to Rambros. So the quest is called, obviously, the World of Darkness. So Rambros has a furrowed brow and the look of one with ill tidings. These unlock quests tend to be longer than the average dungeon unlock quests, so hope you enjoy. So, Mithrie, it's good you are come. I have news you must be aware of. Alas, none of it bodes well for us, nor for Inu, Doga, and Naru imprisoned in the Dark Realm. Think back upon our last foray into Psychos Tower, if you will. The calamity stirred the place from its long slumber and awoke Emperor Zand. But you, Mithrie, you ensured he was laid to rest permanently. Yet the Emperor had sealed a binding covenant with the terrible void scent known as the Cloud of Darkness, even as Doga and Une labelled to annul this contract. The entity reached through a rift and dragged the pair of them, and Nero, out of our realm. Since that day, Noah has devoted itself to rescuing Une, Doga and Naru from beyond the rift. Our research, however, has exposed a far more dire problem. The Crystal Tower still acts upon Emperor Zand's orders and collects energy to open another void gate even as we speak. Indeed, the place nigh hums with energy. We have done all we can to stop the Imperial Edict, but to no avail. Just as the gate would open only for Une and Doga, so too will the tower heed only to those with royal blood of Alga. Or Alag, I should say. 'Tis a good galing design. Granted, this was not always so vesectious. That's another word I need to look up. According to the elegant tombstone Nero presented us, during the golden age of Alag, the royalty had some means of bestowing their blood upon others. If they hadn't such a technology, Amon and his underlings could never have controlled the Crystal Tower. But we do not have either this art or any with royal blood. Every moment we wait, a vast rift through which the Cloud of Darkness can enter our realm threatens to open. Such a disaster cannot be allowed to come to pass. We must seal the Crystal Tower and annul Zand's covenant with the Dark Realm. If only breaking the latter would suffice, but then what of energy building in the Crystal Tower? Without suppression, that power could discharge and cause a calamity like the one that destroyed Alag. In truth, we have more than just 3 lost companies to worry about. If we do not act, our very world will fall before the might of this threat. We know but one way out of this predicament. Rescue those who can control the tower from beyond the Dark Realm, and seal the rift shut after them. And mercifully, not all of our news is so bleak. 'Tis true we cannot stop the Void Gate from manifesting within the tower, but this can be to our benefit. We can use Psychos' power for our own purposes and create a portal to carry us into the Dark Realm. That's what she likes to hear. We have heard this is possible from a man of the Thaumaturge Guild, well versed in the otherworldly matters, and with Master Garland working to create said portal, the final preparations are well underway. And here comes the man himself. So, Mithrie, just the woman we need. Yes, our fellowship is indeed complete, and all parties privy to our strategy. And you, Master Garland, how fare your endeavours? Quite well. The device is nearly ready, though attaching the damnable thing to Psychos Tower took every ounce of ingenuity the Ironworks has got, but it should produce the energy we need. With just a little more fine-tuning, we can open a rift. I'm here to request your presence at the tower. I'll leave Biggs and Wedge at the 8 Sentinels as guides, but do hurry, Mifri. I'm sure you wouldn't miss another chance to save the world, would you? Well, Sid certainly seems to have a firm hand on the helm. Shall we make our way to the Crystal Tower? Okay, so we need to go speak with Wedge right at the entrance to the Crystal Tower. Thankfully it's not too far of a run. So that's the Crystal Tower, and if you're not playing this game but you're curious as to the content of this game, basically every single dungeon and storyline and everything has got lore, has got characters behind it, has got a nice quest line to it, everything. So I would suggest really checking out this game. They've made everything cinematic, they've made everything fun. You know, there isn't any wasted items in this game, all the dungeons are fun, the people are friendly and great and so on. So just, you know, really guys, check it out if you haven't played the game before. Okay, I need to kill these. And the way that the producer is approaching the game is to say that all content is for everyone. I think that's words he seems to live by, because he, even if content is sort of a little bit gated at the beginning, he always, without any failure, eventually makes it more accessible to everyone else. So there isn't any bit of content in this game that you won't be able to do. It's just a matter of time and you'll be able to do it. So there is a lot of content in this game. I mean, I'm approaching my 500th episode, so that should be proof of how much content there is. So if you want to check this game out, then, you know, please do. If you need any help along the way, give me a shout, I'll be happy to help. So anyway, here is Wedge. So Wedge says, Mifri, I'll bet you are here to watch us pry open a rift between worlds, eh? We're almost ready. Psychos Tower is full of engineers scurrying around and making adjustments. We're dealing with a lot of power, and if a single coupling's off, well, boom. But it should be fine. Really. Anyway, you'd best wait at the top. The chief's they're overseeing the whole operation. So, my friends, you've arrived. I'm just waiting for my engineers to give the signal. Then we'll see if we can't open a gateway to another world. Is there something amiss, Graha? Ah, Emperor Zan's throne. How the mighty have fallen, eh? Once it stood as a symbol of the Alag's art and power. Now it's nothing more than an empty chair. Just imagine if Allagan civilization had lived on, and a just emperor still sat on that throne. How different would our history be? How much further would we have advanced? Unfortunately, there was no stopping Zand and his ambition. There were those who tried. Zan's war of domination left no one unscathed. Unable to abide the horrors inflicting upon the people, warriors young and brave took up sword against Alag. These men and women became as beacons of hope to those who had suffered, not unlike the warriors of light in our age. But all this merely hastened the deconstruction. Just as they moved towards Alag's heart for the kill, Zand lashed out in anger and frustration, as trapped beasts are wont to do. In his desperation, Zand desired that a great rift be opened to hasten the Cloud of Darkness's calming. To this end, he commanded the sun power held within Dalamud be emptied into Sycha's tower at once. The act bore terrible consequences. The tower only withstood the blast by flooding the land below with energy. Sychus was swallowed by the very earth upon which it once stood. The fourth umbral calamity. I had learned of its cause from Yune and Doga. I had no idea that rebellion incited Zand to rashness, though. Your knowledge of Allagan history is astounding, Graha. Why, a man could study for 2 lifetimes and only learn half of what you know. Mayhap, 'tis strange though, I cannot seem to remember where I learned such things. Yes? Biggs, are you ready? Ready and raring to open that void gate, Chief. We reckon when this machine's up and running, she'll be able to float 5 airships the size of the Agrius. So give us the word and we'll start channeling energy into the tower. Good, then let's get started. Our preparations are complete. Everyone step away from the throne. Alright, let's see what this machine can do. Now, Biggs. So, a rift to the world of darkness, as Uni called it. Splendid work, Master Garland. We can't break out the mead just yet, though the tough part's still ahead. We've broken into the Dark Realm, but the gate's not all stable. It won't stay open forever, only a few can use it. I, for one, will remain here to ensure the Void Gate stays open. As will the Sons of Saints Connor. This rift is our sole path to salvation. If it closes, we are all truly lost. Which leaves Mithri, my friend. 'Tis a heavy burden I must ask you with, but there are none more able. Pray lead the adventurers beyond the rift. I do not know what awaits you, save the Cloud of Darkness and our free comrades, but you must go. The fate of our world now rests upon your shoulders. Yep, Mithri's more than ready. So this is our only gambit, but I have every faith you will succeed. It will be no small feat to return after you have passed beyond the rift. Make certain you are prepared before leaving. So, might have a moment of your time, Mithri. There is a matter of import we must needs discuss before you leave, basically. Cool. So let's talk to Garagtia. Oh, so we're on the other side of the gate, which is interesting. So, Mithri, I wish to speak to you about my eye. As you are no doubt aware, 'tis a trait seen only amongst Allagan royalty. Long have I pondered why such is my inheritance. The sanguine hue must have bearing upon my destiny. This much Doga himself admitted, but what? In truth, the more I learn of the Crystal Tower, the less I am myself. Somehow meeting those two clones has wrought great change in me. I am consumed with remembering something ancient but ever so important. And my father's words echo in my mind, the self-same ones his father told him. The truth of our eyes rests with Allag. Mayhap what I wish to remember and these words are related, mayhap not, but I know I must learn the truth that history hides from me. I would see this journey, our journey, through to the very end with my own two eyes. So I implore you, allow me to join you beyond the rift. You have my thanks, my friend. Now let us venture into the world of darkness to save our comrades and our realm. Okay, so the world of darkness is now accessible in the Duty Finder. Cool. So that's now unlocked. I have to obviously do the world of darkness before I can then finish off the storyline. So anyway guys, that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching, and as always, goodbye from me and goodbye from Mithri.